All right, guys. So today is Tuesday the 10th, I think, something like that. Yeah, Tuesday, June 10th. All right. So I want to talk about the job. Well, Alex is in, so let me pull up the job one more time so he could take a look at it. So he won't be left out with it. I'm going to just play it one more time. Here goes. Alex, check this out. Okay. So the job, there was another bidder. And when it comes to the haunted house, which is a big part of my business, I needed, James, you have to understand, guys, I want everybody to understand that my primary thing was those damn mannequins. Those dang mannequins was my main thing. We all know those mannequins are high-dollar mannequins. They each run between the $250 to $400 range, each one of those mannequins. They're incredible. They're so firm, they're heavy, and anything that's heavy is expensive. So I said, ma'am, I'll give you the bid for $5,500, and that's my price, $5,500. And that was even low, I thought. And then she said, came back and she said, we have a bid already lower than that. And I said, oh man. I said, listen, I want the mannequins. If someone else is going to win the job, just tell me how much I could bid lower. She said $4,000. I said $39,000, and I'll come next week. Just to let me run it by my boss. And the boss calls me. I got the job. I went back, and boom, there it is. So how did I contract this job? I hired one junk removal company. Carlos Junk Removal came today, and he cleared out about 40% of this job. The rest of the stuff is going to the junkyard haunted house. And I'm going to stop the video to show y'all what parts are going to the haunted house. I want to show you. It's kind of important. Right there. Do y'all see in the corner to the right? There is glass. It looks like it's glass, right? That's not glass. It's plexiglass. And we're going to reflect images off that plexiglass. So you can shoot an image on the plexiglass, and we're going to reflect it off of that. They're heavy. They're about 20 pounds a piece, but it's good, heavy plexiglass about this thick. So we loaded all those today. I did mess up on the bid, but overall, I paid Carlos $500 today, and then tomorrow I might bring him again and just give him $400 just to finish the rest of the job. He did a great job. He killed himself out there today, him and his other buddy. So that's the bid that I do. If I walk out of there with $3,000 and all this good shit, I'm good. Don't ever do this mistake. It's not worth $3,000. It's not worth $3,900. I don't want to sway y'all with it to tell y'all, hey, I got this job. I'm showing off. I'm not. It was a bad mistake. It was a bad investment. Okay. But I did get the job, and we did work today for roughly $3,000, maybe $2,900 when everything's done. So who thinks now that I kind of screwed up, and who's got a little question about it? I want to hear everybody, because I think we're all opinionated on this. Okay.
What floor was it on?
Fuck. I knew you were gonna ask me that. Fuck. All right. It was on the 3rd floor with the freight elevator.
No.
Bro, get this shit. It gets worse. To get to the freight elevator, 70 yards.
That's what I was about to say. I've worked in the Galleria before, and it's a long walk to that freight elevator.
Okay, are you ready for this one? Once you get out of the freight elevator, 100 yards to the truck. To load it to the freight elevator is 70. To get it out of the freight elevator, 100. So I own a lot of carts, about 10 carts with wheels, 4 wheels on it. Bro, it was not enough. We brought everything out. We brought the whole arsenal out there. And then Herrera, you know that freight elevator sucks, right? You know it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It's the worst fucking freight elevator ever. And it's a small freight elevator. You know, a big one. It's the smallest one ever known to man. It's the worst. We were so delayed on that. So it took me all day. I've been there all day. I just finished a job in South Lake. But, okay, regardless, that was the worst part about it. And I had the newcomer. I had a new guy named Aaron. He's going to start a junk removal company. He's coming with me tomorrow. Again, they're going to work for free. Aaron and Timothy. Timothy owns a junk removal company in Dallas. Aaron owns a roofing company that he's moving over to do junk removal. So they're going to do ride-alongs with me tomorrow. So I'm going to use those two guys for the junk removal tomorrow, and we're going to load as much as we can. One load into my truck. If it doesn't fit, I'll call my homeboy. He'll come and take the rest of it. So, James, what's your opinion on it, bud?
So how many trips did you say you made today? Back and forth. And approximately how long did it take each trip?
Okay, good. I'm glad you asked me that. From the Galleria to my store, because I take the toll, it takes me 16 minutes and then 16 minutes back. The unloading of the mannequins took me 30 minutes. I was gone approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay. Is it a pain in the ass? Yes, it was. James, I'm not gonna lie to you. We did 2 trips today. 2 trips. And that took, on the both trips, we took about maybe 40% of the trash, with another 40% of the trash taken by Carlos. We still have about 20 to 25% of trash left on the property, which I'll take tomorrow too. Oh, it's a hard job. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I look at it like this. This is how I kind of get the positivity out of it. I'm gonna make $3,000 off this job. That means today I made $1,500 and tomorrow I'll make $1,500. Vince, what do you think, Vince?
Yeah, I think you fucked yourself.
I know.
No, it's not that bad though. You got some good stuff out of it, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Hell yeah. The mannequins will pay its money back worth for years.
Yeah. Oh no, the mannequins are gonna be beasts. God, he's making me hungry. The mannequins are just gonna be monster mannequins. So here's the bonus. This is the best part of the whole video. And this came from a person who picked up the phone and called me. And she said, hey, Ricardo, not he, she said, I don't know why I said she said, but he said, hey, Ricardo, I'm a company out of Indiana. Yeah, he called me last week because I got the bid last week. I hadn't got the job yet, but he called me and he said, Ricardo, how are these people finding you? How are they finding you? And why are you, what are you doing to find these people? Aha. I'm going to show you what I did. This is so crazy. I posted this video on my website last Wednesday. Last Wednesday, I posted this video on my website, not publicly. I just went public with this video a couple of days ago, yesterday. But I posted this on my website and I put it on Junk Guys. I put it all over Junk Guys. Let me just show you the video. This is, I've invented something. I feel like I'm like a wizard right now with this. And I want everybody to look at this because I think it's really phenomenal what I did. Here goes. See if you can hear it too, by the way. Here goes. Let's do Meet the Prop today. What am I taking to the Junkyard Haunted House? I'm going to show you right now. Check them out. These would be perfect in one of the haunted rooms.
Wait, what's happening after all these years? Just like that? Oh, please no. Am I really being taken away? Did I do something wrong? I've been here so long. I'm like a fixture. The birthdays, the holidays, the quiet moments in my home. I thought it was safe. But now I'm being carried out the door into the glaring sun. Wait, where are we going? Is this the end? Am I destined to the dreaded landfill? Please, I beg you, don't throw me away. I have still so much life left, so many memories to miss. Just let me stay. Wait, the journey's bumpy. Don't close the doors. Oh no. Oh wait, the van stopped. The door opens. This isn't the landfill. What is this place? What happens to my other friends, my frames? What's gonna go on with them? We're all here, together. This isn't goodbye.
So, if you ever wonder what we do with all your junk that we pick up, give us a call. Junk Guys Junk Removal Service, where we repurpose, reuse, and recycle your stuff.
It's a new beginning. A haunted house. Oh, this is going to be fun.
That's the first one.
It's beautiful, man. I need a tissue.
Oh, hold on. It gets way better. Hold on. Here's the second one. I did these 2 videos last week. I posted them on Facebook because I thought they'd be really great and like go viral, but they didn't. Here's the second one. Here we go. So if you ever wonder what I do with the junk that I pick up, meet the prop. Check it out. It's a whole set. So I just came from this beautiful home here in Dallas, Texas. I picked up a sofa, the love chair, and the ottoman. So you ever wonder what happens to your junk? Well, it comes here to the Junkyard Haunted House, where we repurpose it as props in our haunted house. I'll bring your friends with me. I'm a genius. The lady went to my website and she called me out to do an estimate. And the reason she called me out was because she knew I repurposed things and could use them for my haunted house. She saw that video on my website. I asked her not that day. I actually asked her today. I said, hey, how did you find me? She goes, oh, I noticed that you repurpose, reuse. So you mentioned the mannequins. I figured that would be the same thing. I was like, what? Get this, guys. That's the second person I've got off that video. The video's only been on my website for 3 or 4 days. People, I'm going to tell you, people want to know that you reuse and repurpose the junk that you find, but it's not about telling them. It's about showing them. And even though these videos were not made for junk guys, these videos are 100% made for the haunted house. I want a story when it comes to the haunted house. And we're going to plaster all over the haunted house this year that 90% of the junk that we pick up goes and gets repurposed in our haunted, that 90% of the stuff that is in the haunted house is from the junk guys junk removal service. But I'm telling that story now to my customers, and they're seeing it. See, a lot of people love to recycle. Oh yeah, we're recycling, but we're recycling it for a profit. And we're dumping it at the recycling center, which doesn't make it sexy. It just doesn't make it. And I just figured these videos that I made, I just thought I'd do 2 videos and throw them on my website. They're on the Junk Guys website right now. People have been calling me, and I swear to God, I'm going to start doing all my videos like that, that I use the junk for my haunted house. And the response I've gotten, I've gotten 2, imagine this. It's been on my website for 4 or 5 days. I've gotten 2 calls. What the hell am I going to get next week? What's going to happen in 30 days? People are just going to see it everywhere. And I just hit gold on that. What do you think of that one, huh? Indio, ¿qué pasa? Tell me.
I like the second video better than the first one, but yeah, I mean.
You like the second one before the first one?
I like the second one better. Maybe the music, the tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more better. But yeah, I mean, that's great because you are showing what you're doing with it. In your case, that works for you. If we can find a source that we can do the same thing, then that would definitely work for us too. But it's a good idea though. It's a great idea.
It's a crazy idea how my God, I'm sweating because I just took a shower. It's crazy how my haunted house is getting me customers for junk removal now. And I think it's the idea that I'm reusing the junk and repurposing the stuff for something else. It could live on somewhere else. So we just came from South Lake, Texas tonight. I got there around 7 o'clock and I did the job. It was a $350 job. My brother was there. He loaded all the shit he's going to sell. And I only took about maybe 10 or 15% of the trash. And the lady said this to me. She said, hey, you're the Ricardo guy on YouTube. I said, yes, ma'am, that's me. And she goes, okay. So my neighbor, Rosalie, she told me that you reuse this stuff for your haunted house. I said, yeah. I said, you can see it on my website. She said, no, I didn't. So when I heard that my stuff's going to be in a haunted house, I had to call you out. 3 customers. 3 customers. That's different. That's like totally different. You know what I mean? She didn't go to the website and see my video or anything. You know what I mean? She didn't see my video. So I'm thinking like, this is like a new door I'm opening for my business. This is like going to blow away. Imagine this. And I want you to think about this, like James, scenario, think about this one. Imagine if I had 1,000 videos. I have 5,900 videos right now on YouTube. So imagine if 1,000 of those videos of me contributing it to my haunted house. And it was out there on social media. How many more customers am I going to take advantage of? And I'm going to use different voices for everything, Robert. So I thought about this one. Like, let's pretend, because I picked up a red chair today, but I didn't do a video about it. But I was thinking of the red chair, right? It was this like really elegant chair. So I thought I'd do a video. And then I changed the voice. And I was like, what? Excuse me, but why are you picking me up? Is there any reason for this? I've been a part of this family for years. You know, well, excuse me, you handle me a little better. You know what I mean? And then I pick it up and I take it outside, but I show that third person view. You know what I mean? I mean, that second person view, whatever. And then I think, and then if I go to like an Indian person's house, right? And I pick up like a treadmill, I'll do my Indian voice. You know what I mean? In India, you're going, don't do this, Ricardo, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, baby, oh, don't do that, my friend. Or, why are you moving me? Oh, no, my friend, don't do that. Don't do that, my friend. Please don't pick me up. Don't take me out the door. You're going to take me to the landfill. Don't do that. You know what I mean? That'd be really cool. I mean, a little on the, all right. So I can do more if you want me to. Yeah. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that's my idea. It's going to be, they're going to be different voices. Today I picked up a walker. I did the third person view because I'm now, these videos are taken off. But the weird thing about it, the main purpose for the videos were just to show people that I do use it, and I put them on my website. As soon as I found out that the customer saw them, I was blown away by it because I had just recently do it. But now I shared them with y'all. I put them on all social media accounts they're on. I don't know if anybody had seen them before this, but I put them everywhere. They did not take off. They're not viral. But, dude, I mean, I landed this job. And, you know what I mean? I mean, this is a great idea. So I was thinking for the group. And I'll ask Hanario first. We'll go with Hanario. Hanario, what is something that, because you don't own a haunted house, but you do own a retail store. What is something that you can do, Hanario, that can let people know that you resell the stuff, or maybe you donate the stuff, or what? I mean, kind of on the, listen, there's people, I have a friend, really fast scenario, that picks up stuff that he donates for money. He picks up stuff for money, but he donates it. So when you resell it, is that a bad thing? Y'all think it's a bad thing that he's reselling stuff? Hanario, how do you feel about that? Tell me how you can probably make that work for you.
No, it really just depends on where I'm at in Tampa. Like sometimes I drop stuff off to, Goodwill because they're everywhere when I'm trying to, go in between jobs and I don't have time to go to the dump. And sometimes I have good stuff. Whatever local thrift stores around, I try to drop some stuff off. I do resell some stuff, but it's not as easy as running back and forth, especially through Tampa with all this damn traffic that's going on through here.
Right.
Infrastructure over here is nothing like Dallas, where you can just run around. Over here, it's it's pretty crappy. But I advertise on the ads that I write that we donate as much as possible, and we recycle also. Any metals or anything that can be saved from the landfill, we recycle.
It's not about doing that. You can do, like for you, because I think he has an advantage over James, Indio, Vince. I think you have an advantage, and I have my haunted house as an advantage to me. But like you, Hanario, I think if you do a video picking up stuff and delivering it to your store, is that a bad thing? I mean, are we repurposing it? James, are we repurposing it? Does it look bad?
I mean, depending on the person, I guess, depending on how much you're selling it for. If like you took an old couch and they paid you $200 and you're selling it for like $350, that might look bad. They'd be like, these motherfuckers. But if you're giving it away for pretty cheap to the community, it's kind of like you're donating it. It's no different than Goodwill.
Are you repurposing it? Is he repurposing it?
He's reselling it. He's letting someone use it eventually,
So is he repurposing it?
I would say so.
I would say so too. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you need to try it, Honario, because you have a retail store. I think you pick up something, you do a video, said, listen, guys, this is not going to trash. And then you cut away, you do another video, it ends up here at my store so someone else can use it. I'm going to tell you something. My friend makes a little money, not a lot, but he picks up, his whole business is to pick up donations, but he charges people for it, and they pay him, and I'm blown away by that. I'm like, how does that work out? He makes money. I mean, he makes about $800 or $1,000 a week, but he makes money doing it, and I'm blown away by it. I'm like, how do you? I went on a ride along with him. He took me on a ride along. I saw his business. He did no junk removals at all. He had 2 donation pickups that day, and one paid him $250 for a dining table with like 6 chairs in it, and the other person paid him $175. I mean, he made like $400 that day. They'll pay you. So I don't see Honario, you telling people that you're reselling it. Hell, not only do I tell people that I'm reselling it, I mean, repurposing it, I show you that I'm going to use it in my haunted house. I'm showing it to you. And I think I tapped into a new market of something. I think I tapped into something totally different. Just imagine, imagine in a year when I have 500 more videos or 400 more videos of meet. It's called Meet the Prop. We never know what could happen. So what's something that we can do so everybody's different from the business, but also kind of like, because we all recycle. Everybody recycles, but we're not showing it to nobody. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not out there, but what's something that's cool? And it got me thinking all day. And then I typed in ChatGPT and shit, and that didn't work out. But like, what is something that separates me? My business is I own a haunted house. I'm repurposing things. I'm using them as props. I'm not selling them, but they're reviews. I've been doing this for weeks about this, just giving the stuff and using it. And I tell people, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to trash this. It's going to end up in my haunted house. And then the customers will always say, oh, where's your haunted house at? Oh my God. I say, yeah, now your couch might be white, but when we're done with it, it might have blood all over it. And they're like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. As long as it's getting reused for something. Now I'm going to do full-blown videos to show everybody. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different ballgame. A different ballgame. And that's like a whole new idea for us. James, you're going to have to open a haunted house.
I do want to. I plan on hopefully coming out there to see how you run it, and maybe we can work something out here today.
Let's do it, dude. Let's do it. Don't even think twice. You know. Oh, here now I'm gonna get into the speech here. Maddie, my son, he said to me, he said, Dad, he was bragging. First of all, he was bragging. I got this much money saved up. I made this, Dad. I'm doing this. I think I'm going to go buy a Corvette. And I said, you're not buying a Corvette, dude. You got, I'm going to pay price for it, he said. I'm like, you're not doing that. I'll fucking kill you if you do that shit. And he's like kind of showing off to me. And I said, Maddie, you know what, Maddie? You need to realize that you have not done anything special. This business, I built it for you. You came on, you ever hear like the birds on the electrical lines, they line up, boop, 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 the birds, like in the summer, they're just standing on the electrical lines. I said, Maddie, all you did was sitting on my line. I said, son, you just sat on my line. That's all you did. I gave you the ability to make this money. You know why, Maddie? He's like, oh, that's not true, because I do my own. I said, Maddie, I have 5,900 videos. I'm all over social media, blah, blah, blah. Oh, whatever, Dad. You always think you're the king of this, king of that. And I said, no, Maddie, I'm just telling the truth. I'm the one that takes the risk. I was willing to take the risk. I took the risk. I took the risk when I did that controversial video where I had this lady calling me, yelling at everybody, Genghis Khan. I took the risk. I put that shit out there. I took the risk to stir controversy I took that risk. When you take that risk, and then Maddie makes the comment, he goes, why do you take such gambles in this business? Dad, you bought this property without looking. You wanted these containers on this because the containers was a total mess. I didn't want to tell you the backstory on it, but I saw the containers on the side of the road. I said, let's just buy them. We'll figure it out later. We will figure it out later. James, have you seen my containers? They're fucking awesome. They're fucking awesome. Now they're awesome. 3 weeks ago, 4 months ago when I bought them, they were shit. They were trash. They were on my property. One sideways, the other one's now they're on cement. Now they look fucking awesome. And I took that risk. He said, Dad, I can't afford to do that stuff. And I'm asking you, James, if you don't take a risk, how the fuck do you know it's not going to work?
Exactly.
You don't take that fucking risk. I took the risk all my life doing this bullshit, doing junk removal by myself on the truck, refusing James to hire employees. You don't think that I fucking pick up refrigerators and think my decision 14 years ago or 15 years ago that I'm picking up refrigerators for 45 bucks? You don't think I think about that shit? But it came back to me in fullness. It paid me back. It's like I did something good and it paid me back. And it works. But if you don't ever take that risk, oh, dude, oh my God. Some of the shit that I do and I invest money in, I'm so scared to do it sometimes, but I do it anyway. I do it and I'm like, God, please let it work out. And I'll pray. And then for some reason, it always works out. And I think, did I spend it right? Look at me, I'm pulling out my fucking hair now. And just thinking about some of those crazy ideas. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. No shit. The haunted house in Fort Worth, Texas, Chester Street, was probably the most riskiest thing I had ever done in my life. Risky things. I'm going to tell Robert, you know this, Robert. You know this fucking Robert, what a risk it was. And I want you to think about this, James, and anybody else who doesn't take risk in life. And I'm going to tell you this. That haunted house had a hole in the roof that was 20 by 10, 20 foot by 10. The copper had been stolen. There was no plumbing. They stole the copper off of that. And I made an offer to the owner of that property. I made an offer. And I told him, let me rent this building from you. And if I can get a CO, I'll buy the building from you. The biggest risk, I practically gave him a whole year of rent, and I just gave it to him. That was one risk. My sister Emily and my brother, so my sister Emily, my brother David, and my sister Maribel. So I'm going to mention those three names. Maribel said this to me. She's my biggest supporter. She said, Ricardo, I'm going to follow you no matter what you do with your money. Because for some reason, it always works out right. And this is a personal call that I had with her. My brother David was 50-50. He said, man, that's risky, man. We can't expand. We can't open another haunted house. We're too busy with Dallas. Dallas is a cash cow. Let's not do it. Don't Ricardo. Emily, do not do it. We have a cash cow. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. She said this line to me. I want no part of it because I know it's going to lose money. Me and Orson, God bless Orson, because we don't talk anymore. Me and Orson killed ourselves to get this thing running. The fire department came out. They felled us for the CO. I wrote these ugly emails to the city, and these were risky-ass emails. They said, overall, they were just emails saying, you know what? I'm a young person trying to start a business in the city of Fort Worth, and eventually you're going to make your tax dollars off of it. It's pitiful to see that a city takes advantage of an entrepreneur like myself. Well, I wrote some ugly emails, like 4 emails. I AI'd all of them. Indio, all of them AI. And I sent them out to the city. Next thing you know, they came out and they brought 4 people with them. City manager of code compliance, one dude, and this lady who was with the fire department. They walked in the warehouse. I said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to have a few people in there. I need a CO. I just need a CO. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Look, my electric's good. My water's running. Everything's good. Okay, you know what? Give them a CO. And I got a CO in the building. I invested $38,000 in that business. Cash. Not check. Not Venmo. cash, my money, my saved money. And we opened a haunted house, and I got the rent was dirt cheap. And if you want to know how much that number is, I'll tell you that number. Can anybody see the chat? Only us. Can you see the chat live? Anybody?
No, only us in the Google. If you're on YouTube, then you could see only YouTube stuff.
Okay, you want to text me? I'll tell you how much the rent is in that place. And you're gonna. It's 25,000 square feet. 25,000 square feet. And thank you for the lead. Oh yeah, no problem. And I paid dirt cheap for it, but I negotiated a contract with the guy for the first year, and then we're going on the second year. Anyway, we ended up getting the building. We did good. I just wanted the haunted house to make money, and it made money. Of course, Dallas took over, but this year that haunted house is going to be phenomenal. And that right there is a fucking risk. James, without a CO, I don't have shit. I have a building with $38,000 in it. God bless Orson, because he did help me out a lot, and he was my dear friend, and it worked out like that. What's up, Indio? Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess everybody's asking whatever happened with Orson, if you want to share with that one. But I had another question. Out of your sneaker business and your tour business, you know what I'm saying? Because I know all about that.
Okay.
Would you say this haunted house was the biggest risk? Because you had.
I am so glad. So I'm going to tell you, I've had other ventures in this business, and I'm going to get to Orson in just a second, okay? So my first venture was the shoe business. Okay, just to let you know what happened in the shoe business, we made a shitload of money. We should have been. I'm not going to bullshit you nothing. Here's what happened. The recession hit, business went down, sliding, and I remember this. I remember saying, gosh, Ricardo, I really don't do my numbers. So let me just do my numbers one year. I mean, you're going to hear an extraordinary number that's going to come out of my mouth, and you're going to go, oh, my God, Ricardo's loaded. We made $1.8 million in 1 year in my shoe store. I had 3 shoe stores, one on Jefferson, one at 2800 Buckner Boulevard, and one down the street. I forget the other address on Lake June. They were like 2 miles away from each other.
Damn.
$1.8 million, like 1.79. It was close, 1.8. We're just going to say 1.8. When I added, James, are you ready for this number? When I added all my expenses, all the money taken away from all the shoe stores, all the employees, everything else, take a guess how much was in my pocket. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't have any money in the bank, by the way. How much did I profit? Throw a number out there. Come on, guys.
5,000.
I'm sorry, James. Hold on, James. Let me say this one time. How much money did I profit? Let's take away the money that's in the bank. Let's just take away the money that's in the bank. Okay. How much money should have the business profited after all the expenses?
At least 50%.
Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. Good number. Good number there. Good number. How about you, Indio?
Yeah, I was at least 100 to 250K, something like that. At
Awesome.
least.
Let's see, 20%. Okay, it's 20%. That's cute. That's cute. That's a nice number. That's cute. Alex, Robert, anybody? The reality of working retail. Let me tell you the reality of retail. I made a whopping $72,000.
Mm.
You know what was in the bank, James? About maybe $2,500. Sometimes I'd have $100,000 in the bank, but it wasn't mine. It was always rotating that money. My wife filed for divorce, Shannon. She filed for divorce, and in the court, she told her attorney, because I represented myself because I didn't really care. 5%. That's a good number, Alex. It was like 2.1%. Her attorney asked me for the keys to my shoe store because they wanted the shoe store, and I said, "Sir, I have them right here." I grabbed the keys. I said, "Here they are. Just don't let me have any responsibility for it." And oh my God, man. My ex-wife liquidated the stores. She didn't get nothing for the stores anyway. There was not much inventory left in them. I walked away from the stores and nothing happened. And it was the biggest monkey off my back. And then I started doing junk guys. I was doing junk guys immediately. God, no, I did real estate, and when I was doing real estate, I got into junk removal, and then I was doing junk removal a little, and then I just started to start a tour company. Now, the tour company did make money. It was great. It was a great business. I loved it. There's YouTube videos about it. I had really fun.
Check them out on Netflix, guys. Check them out on Netflix.
Yeah. Check me out on Netflix. I weigh about 300 pounds. Don't do that. Don't do that, India. Don't talk about that. Netflix. Yeah. I don't want to talk about that shit. Don't do that, James. Don't look at it. I'm still out there. I can't believe you brought that shit up. I wasn't even bring that shit up. So anyway, I did look at him. He's looking right now. It's called Dark Tourist, a show on Dark Tourist on Netflix. Robert, what's up, baby? It's called Dark Tourist. I'm in the JFK episode. They had a whole story about me. Okay, there it is. Anyway, so in 1 year in the tour company, we made, I think it was our 4th year, we were at like $450,000. Now I'm going to tell you something. The tour company is a blessing. It leaves a lot of profit too, like junk removal. And then at 450, my expenses were like close to like 300. So I was making like 150, somewhere around there, 175, and it was going to grow. The business was just going to blow up. You know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit, this is good business. And I was making good money. And then I got sued by the city, and the city won the lawsuit. They made me close down. I ended up closing. I couldn't start a business for 10 years. It's been 10 years now in the city of Dallas for tourism. And I lost the lawsuit, and I owed them $105,000 that I'll never pay them. And that was really it. And then I just stuck to junk removal, and I said, I learned my lesson. You know what's crazy about it is that they actually gave me a way to get out of it. The city gave me an option. They gave me an option. They were so generous to me. They said, close your business, sell your trucks, show us the receipts you sell. You can keep your trucks. You just sell us. Show us the receipts you sold them. And being the dumbass that I am, I'm arrogant, very stupid. I said, no, I'm going to stay open. And I milked it until they came and towed my shit away and sold it at an auction. And they closed my business. And all the money in the bank, I was able to keep it. I took it out before they froze my accounts too. That was okay. They didn't care about that part. They did take away my PayPal account from me. I only had a couple of $1,000s in it, which really hurt because I earned the money. I didn't think it was theirs. And then I started just doing junk removal and, of course, the haunted house. Now, India, let me explain to you how the haunted house works, brother. Okay, this is the tour company. This right here is Footgear, my shoe store. This is the tour company. This is the haunted house. The gap is fucking incredible. It blows my mind why people don't open haunted houses. And I'm gonna tell you why. Employees, money. That's why. It takes a lot of money to open a haunted house. And I fell on it. James, I fell on the haunted house as a mom and pop business. I started, look at you, James. You're fucking on Dark Tourist, you piece of shit. James, I can see your eyes, James. You're looking at Dark Tourist.
I'm not looking at Dark Tourist.
I swear to God, you're looking at Dark. I can tell you made him go down the rabbit hole. So the tour of the haunted house business was I couldn't believe it. I just can't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
So out of curiosity, starting a haunted house obviously is a lot of money. What would you say it would take if you were starting fresh? got a warehouse, and again, you didn't have the junk removal, how much would it cost to actually get started? Like around 700,000-800,000?
No. Get the fuck out of here. Are you crazy, James?
I don't know, dude. Those props are expensive as fuck.
Okay, we don't use props like mechanical props. We don't use any of those. I still to this day do not own it one. Okay, they're expensive. So here's how it works. With the haunted house, I had the property already because of my junk removal company, right? I had the property and I had a big property. It was like almost an acre. It was off by a little. It was like 7.9 or something. It was a big ass property. And in Dallas, and my friend who passed away of cancer now, he came up to me and he said, "Hey, you should open a haunted house." I said, "Whoa." He goes, "Well, you got all the furniture, you got all the shit. Let's just make a haunted house." I said, "When do we open?" And he said, "Well, 3 days. It's Halloween. Let's just open Halloween. We don't have to do any advertising. We won't do any advertising. We'll flag people down from the side of the road." Bro, this is 5 years ago. I'm out on the side of the road flagging people out. Haunted house, haunted house. We made a whopping $478 that night. And I said, "Okay, that's not bad. We only worked like 4 hours. That's 100. I gave him $200. I kept $278, whatever we made. And that was it. I was the cashier and I was the one that scaring people. The next year, I said, "Let's do it, but let's do it that week, the week of Halloween, the 31st. We did it 25th to the 31st. And I think the first week we did $17,000. Light, bang. Now I know it's a legitimate business. I hired my sister as a decorator of the business. I told her, "Remember, we made money. I want to break $100,000 is what I told her. And I want to open every weekend, Friday and Saturday." And she said, "Okay." My sister, I'm going to tell you, man, when you have a set designer, she blew the fucking set design away. She went beyond what I ever expected she would do. When I'm talking about it looked like Michael Myers' room, it looked like fucking Michael Myers' room. I started looking at things that pop, lights, flashlights, things, click, 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 everything. Me and her, we made 125, 130, 30 years in 15 days. Oh, by the way, how much did I spend, Sin City? Are you ready for this one? Having the property rent at that place was $1,900. I spent $600 on props, fog machines. I only had like 4 of them at the time, and lights to make $100,000. Oh, I hired 10 people.
What I'm asking is, what would it cost for not you, like someone who just decided to start this up, if they had to buy all the props and all that crap, like the room to create all those rooms? What's the starting cost of all of that? Probably around like
20, 30.
Wow. Okay.
When you do it the Ricardo way, Buck, you'll have an awesome. So last year, I want to throw this number at you. I want to throw this number at you, James, so you can realize something. Last year, 2023, I spent $10,800 on effects, fog machines, those lights that go click, 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 red lights, blue lights, RGB lights, projectors, $10,800 in one haunted house. All right. How much do you think I spent on 2 haunted houses in 2024? Tell me.
6,000.
How much?
6,000.
$7,000. In one, I spent 10.8. In 2, I spent $7,000. Why? I had all this shit left over from last year. I was paying out. This is going to be a big ass number for you. Every night of this past season, I paid out $6,900 in payroll every night. No questions asked. No questions asked.
How many employees?
The one in Dallas had 31 and I had 32.
So that's 6,000 combined with the 2 locations.
$100 a pop. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, James. It's all about social media. It's all about social media. If you think you're gonna build a website and it's just gonna work, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. I told you this year, this past 2024, I told you what happened with me the first 2 weeks. We were delayed because of CO. We only had 30 days to advertise. Because see, why advertise a haunted house that we can't open, right? Why even advertise it? We had 30 days to advertise the Fort Worth haunted house because of the CO. When they told me I had a CO, I had 29 days to fix the haunted house. Now really start, and we worked every day. Orson killed himself. I killed myself to build that haunted house. My brothers and my sisters, they were in there 24/7 fixing the haunted house. And we got it done. The first 2 weeks, I took a loss. My payroll was $3,200 a night for those 2 nights. We made like $2,700, $2,500 both nights, Friday and Saturday. You should have seen me, dude. I failed, bro. I failed. I mean, I was like, I'm done, dude. I'm like, fuck. Ricardo, you're going to have to come out of pocket on this one. And then the next week came. God bless me, man. I don't know. We made $10,000 Friday, 13 the next day. And it just kept on increasing. I hired my sister full-time as my marketing person. She worked also the cashier in Dallas. But every day we were putting out posts. I don't know if anybody of y'all saw any of my posts, but we put out posts all the time about the haunted house, all the time. We're doing them right now. We're going to head start on it. And then Robert, my boy Robert, who's on the channel right now, he had the biggest special effect of the night. And I've told this story, and I love you, Robert, for this. I told Robert, we have a monorail, a rail in the haunted house. It's about 18 feet high. And I told Robert, I said, Robert, I want that rail. Take that rail down. And I need to move it to the other side of the building. And my mom came, and she says, who's that old guy up there on that ladder? I said, he's a friend of mine from Junkerman. And she goes, he's been on that ladder for 2 hours. I said, Mom, he'll get it down in a minute. Robert's beating the shit out of that thing, knock it down. Robert's been up on the fucking ladder for 5 hours, taking that monorail down. He finally brings it down and he hands it to me. He goes, where do you want it? Robert spent the whole fucking day, 8 hours on one fucking monorail. And it's worked like that. And I'm telling this story because it's hard work that Robert did that made the special effect. The best one in the haunted house. Everybody talked about it. We had a guy fly across this thin fucking, oh God, it was so dangerous, but he flew across 20 feet. He would just fly across and he scared the living shit out of everybody. And if you ask everybody, they're like, that guy that flew across, he scared the shit out of me. That guy that flew across, the guy that, and it was the best special effect in the whole haunted house. Robert only stayed with me a week or two, but he had purpose. And I think, I don't want to be all religious, but I think God sent him to do that to me because he, you know what I'm saying? It's like weird, right? Like someone sent him down to me for that reason. And Robert, boom, that's what happened. The monorail was the fucking best effect in the haunted house. But, you know, I'm going to tell you, James, call me, talk to me about it, and I'm going to tell you, it's all about the rent. But again, I want to tell you something about a haunted house. It's not about location. It's not. We're in the shitty part. Robert knows we're in the shitty part in Fort Worth, where there's crackheads, drug dealers, but we bring the people to the haunted house from everywhere. Reality checks in, James, when I asked one of my customers, get this, James, India will blow your mind. Here goes. Vince, Hanario, listen to this. Alex, listen to this. I did videos the same way I did for Junkyard for my haunted house. The same identical way. Hey guys, it's Ricardo, owner of Junkyard Haunted House. I'm going to show you the back, behind the scenes of this haunted house. Today we have, all right, people would come up to me. This is the second week. I would post these on Instagram and TikTok. Hey man, I saw you on TikTok. Oh, really? Yeah, behind the scenes. I saw that illusion that you did. Hey man, I saw you on TikTok. Hey man, I saw you on Instagram. Hey man, I saw you on Instagram. TikTok. All day, bro. All day. Because of those sorry ass 5-second videos that I did out there. Because of those videos. They saw me on TikTok. Because when Halloween comes around, everybody wants to get on social media and see where the best haunted house is. And that's just the honest truth. And my haunted house, it is fucking scary, bro. It is so scary. James, it is scary. It's just not a haunted house where you're going to come in there and, oh, man, this is good time. No, people leave that haunted house going, fuck, this is the best one in Texas. This is the best one in DFW. We put on a show. We put on a show. Nobody gets, I told this to all the employees, do not get out of your acting. You're in it all night. Stay in it. And everybody loves it. Oh, dude. Oh, my God, bro. I can't tell you the love that I have for my employees. I love these. I hug everybody. I hugged them at the end of the haunted house. I was in tears. I hugged everybody because I knew I made a shitload of money. I was hugging everybody. I said, bro, I'll see you next year. I hugged them, hugged everybody. Bro, here's your bonus check. I give everybody bonuses. That stayed the 8 days to work straight. I gave everybody bonuses. Everybody's happy. We'll be back next year, Ricardo. We'll do this, Ricardo. I'm excited for the haunted house. It's going to be awesome. They're in it, man. I don't know why. I don't know. The following for that is beyond my imagination what it is. I didn't cause it. Because I'm hard on employees. James, I'm a total dick to employees. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we do see what you're doing. We sit there and I'll watch you and I'll be in the corner of the room watching you scare people. And if I don't like it, I'll tell you. Hey, brother, you're 2 seconds too late. You're a second late, bro. Take one step back and jump out. And we perfect everything in the haunted house. 33 employees, 5 managers for 33 employees. Bro, you're talking about 200 yards for section 1 to section 4, 200 yards of walking. I can't do that all night. Look, I've tried it. I can't do it. But the haunted house will put you in a different bracket, man. It will put you in a different bracket. I'm telling you, and this is no lie, Indio, Vince, Honario, Alex, everybody, Robert, Fred. Depending on how much money I make this year is depending if you'll ever see me on these videos again. And that's the honest truth. I'm dying out here. I'm getting my ass kicked, especially summer's coming around. Today, the shit that we did today, 275 mannequins. No, man, it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's for me anymore, man. I love my business. I love junk removal. Yeah. And we just got a new big contract. Fucking awesome contract. I don't even know why I did it, but I don't know. Anyway, it's, there's risks that you take in life, and the haunted house was a huge risk that I took. Social media worked. I don't know, Damn, bro, I hear you. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's out there. Orson, the big question was Orson. People asked Orson. I don't want to disrespect Orson by telling you what happened to Orson, but we had a disagreement. And I want to make this comment. Money makes people funny. So there it is. That's it. That's really it. That's it. Whenever money gets involved, you're a pit bull. And I'm the same way. I'm gonna lie to you. I will fight you for $1. Yeah, I will fight you for $1, and I will tell you your business sucks if I think it sucks. Of course, y'all know that. You know that. If I think you're doing it wrong, I'll tell you you're doing it wrong. Ain't nobody gonna walk into my haunted house and tell me I'm doing it wrong with the money I make. There's no fucking. But so little. Just to let y'all know, when I went to Pennsylvania, I said this in my video. So here's the other haunted houses that I went to talk to the owners, and here's my haunted house. See, I'm not on the screen. Yeah, that's where these guys are. We're talking about making $100,000 in junk removal. We are, all of us are. We always talk about make our first 50, make our first 80. And I'm talking about make $100,000 in the bank. Don't get me wrong. $50,000 in the bank. Like you check your banking account on your phone and you're like checking it, and then it says $50,000. Right? These guys in the haunted house, they're worried about making the next $11 million. I fucking blow my mind, dude. Some dude was wondering how he was going to make 14 million, or was he going to break the $15 million mark? I was like, what? Bro, if you knew how much I made, I didn't want to tell him. I'm like, yeah, I know that feeling. But I was bullshitting. I'm not even close to this guy. I'm like, 14 million off from this guy. You see what I'm saying? Like at the level they're in, oh dude, these shit, dude. Oh. But I will tell you, I will get there. Oh, I will get not next year, not in 5 years, maybe in 10, maybe. One day I will. One day I will. I'm determined to. We're looking to buy property. We're looking to buy 13 acres. We're looking to buy 10 acres, 11 acres. We've been looking every day. Every day I'm negotiating, trying to talk to people. I don't have the money to do it, but I will do it. I mean, I've blown so much money through my property and the containers and everything. Everything's expensive. But yeah. Yeah, James, you want to talk, bro? Junkyard Haunted House, Sin City, 2.0. No, 3.0. 2.5. 2.7.
Yeah.
But everything.
I'd have to look at some things and see what warehouses go for and such.
Yeah, dude. I mean, my warehouse was dirt cheap. We could talk about that. We could talk about that later. Both my warehouses are dirt cheap, and they are fucking centralized, bro. The one in Dallas is, Robert, how many minutes is it from downtown? The one in Dallas, Robert? I mean, literally, Robert, how many minutes is it? 3? Is it 4 minutes? It's like you can see downtown. Fort Worth is even worse. 5 minutes. Fort Worth, you go over a bridge and it's there. Downtown, like the core of Main Street, is right over the street. Robert's out there watching the bridge, and he could see downtown. Robert was just chilling out the whole day, watching the fucking trains go by. He looks over to the right, and he can see downtown. It's like 2 minutes away. I don't know. And I got red because it's a shitty building. Shit-ass building. But we made it work. I took the risk. Anyway, guys, it is 10:07. I blabbed on for an hour, but you know what? The thing about it, it's business. It's all business, and it's always business to us. No matter if we own a shoe store, or we have a retail store, or a haunted house, or a junk removal, it's all business. And that's what I'm talking to about, y'all. Business, business, business. And hopefully y'all can get something, a little motivation out of it. It works for me. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world, but when you put a number in front of me, I understand that number. I know how to duplicate that number to more numbers. But I am not the smartest motherfucker in the world. I tell you that. My CRM, all that bullshit, insurance and all that shit, it goes over my head. Bro, it goes over my head. It's just like, I don't know, it doesn't exist in my category. I'm thinking about going to work and make my first $10,000, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's have a good night. I just rambled on. I will see everybody Tuesday night. James, call me. I will see everybody next Tuesday. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, peace out.